Parents, what is your dark secret that you will never tell your children? I was the reason his girlfriend broke up with him. When my son was 19, he moved back home after struggling to cope with his father's passing. It was a rough time, but things started looking up when he introduced me to Kaylee. She was kind, a little anxious, but sweet, and she and I bonded quickly. She didn't have a strong mother figure in her life, and I think she was eager to fill that gap. Kaylee often worried about where my son was after work, but it wasn't in a toxic way. It was more fear than control. I'd always reassure her, telling her he was at his friend Mike's house playing PlayStation. We had no reason to think otherwise. One night, my son came home briefly to grab his PlayStation and said he was heading to Mike's again. A little later, Kaylee called me, asking if I could grab her some tampons and Tylenol. I agreed and texted my son, letting him know I was heading out. He replied quickly, "Yeah, I'm fine, helping Mike build a shelf. See you later." But when I got to the store, there was Mike, standing behind the cash register, smiling and chatting with customers. I froze. He greeted me cheerfully, even joked about how he hadn't seen my son in weeks and needed his PlayStation controller back. I forced a smile, paid for the items, and left. When I got to Kaylee's, she was laughing, carefree, and asked if I knew where my son was. I couldn't lie to her. I just said, "I don't know." I suggested she call him. A few days later, Kaylee broke up with my son. I never told him what happened. He thought she was being irrational, that she overreacted, but I knew the